In this video, I want to speak on poverty trauma and why so many niggers have poverty trauma. And when I say niggers, I don't mean black. Well, I do mean black people, but I don't. Not every black person is a nigger or black. So every person that has that same skin tone as me right here is not a nigger or black. Only 95% of people who have this skin tone and that looks like this is a nigger and is black. So 95% of niggers and so-called black people, they have this poverty trauma. And when you have this poverty trauma, it develops into you needing to prove yourself to other races. This is why you'll have like the black community, and they will talk shit about the white man, and like he has no credibility. But when the white man pays attention to their bullshit rhetoric, they get like a fucking orgasm and they get all giddy. Oh, Getty, he said black people was the first people. Like they got that type of shit because they're really insecure and they're really like want the attention of that white man. It's like it's weird. It's like a bitch who gets her ass beat, but yet she still stays with the man because it's like a love-hate relationship. It's like a toxic. It's like black people, like niggers and black people, which is not all black people. Remember I told you, niggers and black people have a toxic relationship with this white man where they hate him, but then they want his credibility. So when they have the poverty trauma, they feel the need to make up what they didn't have when they were younger because they didn't heal sufficiently. This is why I'm so glad I never grew up in the hood and I wasn't on that nigger shit. I'm so fucking happy I wasn't in that because I never had that poverty trauma. That's why I'm like the only so-called black person that you'll see talking how I talk, but when in regards to money and finance, because I didn't grow up in that fucking shit. And I'm not saying everybody who grows up in that shit ends up like that. It's just most people who grow up in that shit have a trauma and nobody has taught them how to heal the trauma. So this is why you see a lot of black people, they'll wear a lot of chains. Or I'm not saying every single, because like I said, there's part of the 5% that aren't niggers and black people that they dress nice, they wear designer, and I wear nice shit, but it's for a different reason. And I'm going to tell you how you can tell what reason it is. But you'll see these people, they'll wear all these chains and these designer, but yet, and these Jordans. Like, I never ever owned a pair of Jordans in my motherfucking life. Like, every time I see a nigga with Jordans, I always think of a broke ass nigga or somebody who like, it's very trashy to me, Jordan. So I've never liked it. So you'll see a lot of these niggas, they wear Jordans and all these expensive things, and they don't really have shit because they don't got no assets, they don't got no house, they don't got no fucking boats, they don't got no motherfucking investments, they don't got nothing really. They just got that fucking material shit, and then they're driving a fucking 2002 fucking Honda Civic or Ford Focus, and they think that shit's good because since they're too damn broke, or they probably driving a fucking cheap ass Corvette, not even $100,000 Corvette, because they too broke to get a Lamborghini, or they don't think they can get one, so they got to go get the poor man's Lamborghini, and they flossing they fucking Corvette, or they get a piece of shit 2004 Honda fucking Mazda or like some whatever the fuck they call these cheap ass cars. And niggas be, oh, you got a cheap car too. Bitch, I don't care though. That's the thing. I don't care. If you had the car that I had, you will kill yourself because you actually care. I don't care. Remember, I'm not like you. I'm a fucking breatharian, so my consciousness is different than you niggas. So we're not on the same level. So don't bring your little tactics onto me because they don't work. Listen to my knowledge because I'm fucking trying to teach you niggas some wisdom that you need to know. So let me digress because I forgot where I was at. But like I said, these niggas, they have poverty trauma, so they need to prove to the other races and other people that they're somebody. Like, even I was listening to fucking Lil Wayne's old song. He's like, I hop at the bins and hoping them crackers see me. And like you see what I'm saying? You guys even know what I'm saying. Go to Lil Wayne's old song. I forgot what song it is. If I remember it, I'll let you guys know. He's like, just type in Lil Wayne, hopping out the car. I'm hoping these crackers see me, because they want to prove, because if they have that poverty trauma and they need to prove to make themselves feel better. And this is why you see a lot of black people, they waste their money on shit and then they'll rationalize and be like, oh, it's because of this, and but no, it's all because of like that poverty trauma. Like, they have to do it, which in a way it kind of makes sense, because if you're in the hood and you killing people and you selling dope and you living a fast life, it actually makes sense to spend all the money and fuck all the bitches and do everything you can do, because your life is fucking on a short lifespan. You're not gonna have a long life because you gotta go to jail and get shot. So it makes sense actually for niggas who are actually in the street. But when you see niggas like when I was fucking working at the warehouse years ago, you'd be some bum ass niggas working at a warehouse. They making the same money I was making, and like they're trying to act like, dress like they a rapper or somebody. I'm like, bitch, who the fuck is you? You work at fucking the goddamn warehouse, nigga. You ain't shit. Who the fuck is you fooling, nigga? Like, it's crazy. So it all stems back to the poverty trauma, them wanting to feel like they're somebody. And like a lot of these niggas, these warehouse jobs are actually an opportunity for them, because they've been so much in poverty trauma. So they go to this, since they're too much of a pussy, or they don't have the balls and the intelligence to be a hustler in the street, they have to go to the warehouse. So they'll try to stack up their money there and talk about, oh, we get money. Like, bitch, your ass ain't no hustler. You ain't sell no dope. You ain't scam nobody, nigga. How you talking about fucking hustling, nigga? You work at this goddamn warehouse and you buy a bunch of shit, cheap ass change you got from an Indian at the mall, and you trying to act like you all that and you something. Or you probably go to fucking Cage Jeweler to get your fucking jewelry, nigga. You broke ass bum would spend like $1,500 on some cheap ass diamonds from Cage Jewelry. You think you balling, nigga? Get the fuck out of here, nigga. You ain't shit. You probably saved up months for that fucking shit, nigga. Like, I seen it, and I'm not, you guys think I'm just playing. Like, I seen this motherfucking shit, nigger shit, and it's like, it's so fucking funny. This is why I don't even fuck with the black community, because I don't fuck with most of the black community, because they on some bullshit. And it's like, they'll try to look at you like, oh, you don't got the latest shoe, you don't got the latest shit. And I'm like, nigga, you don't even got the fucking latest updated furnished apartment, you bum ass nigga. You talking about my fucking clothes, that you live in fucking squalor. You drive a fucking a cheap ass fucking whip. Fucking stupid ass nigga. And a lot of you niggas like, oh, you drive a cheap car too, you have a cheap car. But remember, I told you, I'm not fucking like you. You can't bring your taxes on me. I don't care about any of this shit. I don't have poverty trauma, so I don't care. Like, I can go out and buy a fucking $15,000 2011 Benz if I wanted to right now. I don't fucking, why would I want to waste my money on that stupid shit? Obviously, if I get shit in motion and things start going and like I'm doing things, and then I'll get it. Like, if I get more income coming in there, I'm not gonna go waste my money like these stupid niggas. I'm not gonna say like, take all the money I fucking have, or take a majority of the portion of money I have, or it makes no fucking sense. That's stupid. Fucking dumb. Like, and it's like, I don't need anything too. And like, when you guys think, like, when I say I don't need anything, you guys think like, oh, I don't need anything. Like, I don't need anything, as everything's gonna fucking come my way. That's why I say I don't need anything, because when you don't need something, you don't want something, that's usually the easiest time when you can attract a thing, because that's just the reality we live in. So, like, even the whole thing, like, I was watching Dolo's live yesterday. This nigga talk about how when you put yourself in a mindset that you know everything, you create situations that make you know everything. And I already told you niggas this on the fucking video that I made 2 months ago. If you guys, when I was in front of where was I at? I'll link the video if I remember. But I told you niggas, it's about saying it, and you create situations that will fucking make you believe, make you know shit. So that's why I say I know fucking everything, and I'm the most smartest motherfucker in the world. Ain't no nigga smarter than me ever. In my motherfucking life, I'm the smartest motherfucker ever. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. And you may say, no, this person's smarter than you. You see, he has these videos. He has this information. He has this knowledge. See, he's smarter than you. He's smarter than you. Okay, you can believe that, but you know who's smarter than you? Me. You know who's going to be smarter than you for the rest of my life? Smarter than you for the rest of your life? Me. You know who's going to have more information than everybody in the motherfucking world? Me. Even if the dude is smarter than me, or somebody else is smarter than me, I don't even see this motherfucker in my daily life. But I know everybody in my reality, I'm smarter than, and they ain't shit. And I come up with more conclusions, answers, and knowledge, and wisdom. And I'm a fucking breatharian, which most people don't even know how to do. Don't even come up with the idea that's even possible. You see what I'm saying? Because situations happen to me. I create realities where situations happen to me on a daily basis. So I know everything. And when I don't need anything, I actually end up getting everything. Because I don't need everything. So therefore, it's easier for me to attract, because I don't have no resistance. So, like, I know what the fuck I'm doing. So, I'm just want to drop some knowledge here. Get out of that poverty trauma. I fucking hate that shit. Like, it's just crazy, man. Like, black people are the most hurt race. Like, they're the most hurt, traumatized. I don't want to say the most hurt. Like, when I say hurt, traumatized, we acted out differently, though. Like, white people, they're hurt and traumatized, but white people are more depressed. And because you crackers ain't off the hook. I fucking hate you crackers too. I don't like you niggas. If you white, you watch my channel, I fuck with you. If you Mexican, watch my channel, black, watch my, I fuck with you. So I'm not speaking about people who support the channel. That has nothing to do with that, because I don't see race when it comes to spirituality. I don't give a fuck about race, because it goes beyond that. There's the people that are white, that are spiritual, that I connect more with than a bunch of niggers that I see that ain't. So that has nothing to do. That's why I don't even look at race when it's spirituality. But when it comes to when it comes to reality, these niggas ain't shit. These niggas ain't shit. They're a bunch of traumatized, like, I want to say, because like I say, it's a different type of trauma. Like, white people and black people are the most traumatized race. Black people, we express it more in showboating and showing off and buying clothes and buying shit, whereas crackers, they express it by cutting themselves and being depressed and being miserable. That's why when you see the average white man and woman, when I'm walking down the street, they're always depressed and miserable and upset. But when I see the average black person, they're always jolly and upbeat, or they'll be angry. like they'll be like kind of have like that aggressiveness. I'd be like on the lower arc they have aggressive, but the white person will be kind of like depressed and angry, like the like. Because I'm like, damn, like this. Is why I think most crackers they weak. Because if you a cracker and you have so-called cracker privilege, and you're still depressed and wanting to cut your wrists and fucking shoot up a school. Imagine if you went to what black people went to. I think that fucking race would be extinct because of mass suicide rates, because they couldn't even handle what we went through because their brain doesn't have the same functions as us for most of those people. I'm not saying every single, because obviously we're in a reality where there's no absolute. So it's like some, on a small percentage, or maybe some that may show out. It's like vice versa for black people. But majority, when you see a cracker, they're mostly in a like angry, depressed. Like a cracker could lose their home and be broke, and they'll be more depressed than a black person who loses their home and be broke. Don't believe me? Take your ass to Africa. Take your ass to Uganda. Take your ass to the hood. They're still able to smile and make it. I'm not saying they don't have their times when shit goes down, but they're able to bounce back. Like I remember this bitch that was in the hood and she lost her brother and a whole bunch of other shit. And then like a few months later, she was upbeat, happy, making her money, doing her thing. Because black people, we have a resilience. Other crackers, they'll be sitting there and needing a fucking therapist and, oh, I'm depressed. I need to talk to them. I need to talk to somebody. And I'm, because they're more weaker as a race. Mentally, in terms of emotionally, like they're not as emotionally strong. And then you'll see some others that like, cause this shit it's just deep. I'm telling you, like, you guys think I'm just talking shit because I'm hating. Like, I'm not hating on anything. Because like I said, like, I'm not hating on black people. I ain't hating on white people. Because to be honest, I hate black people and I hate white people. To be honest, I hate niggers and I hate crackers. I don't like both of them. I don't like them. I don't like them. I don't like the way they act and their energy, and they're very traumatized and shit. And there's a lot of healing, because those are the two races who've been traumatized the most. Because you got like the fake, like even when it comes to the crackers, you guys may say, oh, then they got privilege, and no, they don't really. Because it's only because when it comes to white people don't give a fuck about that. And if that was the case, only black people and minorities will be paying taxes. So that's not the case. So that's why you see a homeless white person on the street. That's why you see a homeless or a white person having to get evicted because he can't pay rent. That's why you see a white person, like, you don't see no white person going sitting at the round table or sitting in the fucking in the political office. Some of them, didn't you look at January 6th, how they fucking threw these crackers in jail? They don't give a fuck about you rednecks and you hicks, because you niggas are like the fucking the inbreeds and the mutts. The hicks and the rednecks, they're like the inbreeds. They're like the mutts. They don't. That's why they don't like. That's why they treat. They move them to the Appalachian Mountains and shit, because they're inbreeds. They're mutts. They're not the same type of white person. That's why they don't respect rednecks, because they're kind of like an inbreed. Like, they fuck their own sisters and mothers. So over a course of time, that's why a redneck and the southern people, I'm thinking that's why southerners talk the way they talk, because there's some type of inbred incest going on. Even Dolo, he mentioned it, incest and inbred. And that's why you see southerners, they have that kind of slur. I think it's not, I'm not saying like the let's just say you meet a southerner and they have like that slur. I'm not saying that they fuck their mother, but I'm saying over generations past, it developed where those type of people, they talk like that because of, it's a deficiency. It's shit is deep. I'm telling you niggas, like, and it goes for black people too. Like, I'm not saying it's only white people. Black people have it too. Like, I'm telling you niggas, this shit crazy. But like I said, get the fuck out of that poverty trauma. That's why I'm so glad I never grew up like in that type of situation and shit. Like, I'm not saying I haven't done my share of shit, like, but when I done my share of crime and my share of scamming, because niggas, oh, you ain't from the hood, bitch. I scammed, I did crime, nigga. I fucking ran up in stores and stole fucking $10,000 worth of shit from expensive store. I've done a lot of shit. I'm not gonna sit here and go on because that's not important. And I'm not trying to none. It just ain't important. But I've done shit. But that was all on the pretense I didn't want to work no 9 to 5, because I hate fucking working and I hate the system. I like to have fun and spend my time and have time to myself. I just can't go to a job and work for somebody. So that's why I did it. I didn't do it for a living. I would go up and run up about like 10 bands or 15 bands or some shit, or 5 bands, and then I'll just stop working. And then I'll like shoplift and steal and squander, like, so I could save my money and be able to do my mission. And so I don't have to work a 9 to 5, and I can get a vehicle if I need a vehicle and get things done. I didn't just say, oh, I'm gonna go out and just run up the bag to like as much as I can and get caught up. I'll just go run up a small bag, because I knew people who were running up bags and then they got caught up. But like, I looked at them, I was like, how about I just run up about 10 racks and then stop, 15 rack stop, take that money, and then I'll just shoplift what I need, and then so I can work on my spiritual mission so I don't have to work no 9 to 5. But I'm not saying everybody needs to do this, because some of you niggas can't do this. Some of you niggas don't need to be doing this. I'm just saying this is what I do. I'm not saying it's right and you're a pussy if you don't do it. Actually, I don't want you to do it, because if you were, well, I don't do this shit no more, but if back in the day I wouldn't want you to do it, because if too many people did it, they'll be cracking down on it like they're doing it right now. I just see some AI technology they had where they're going to be putting it in the stores, AI in the stores to catch people who shoplift and steal. They're going to be concealing, it's able to pick up on you concealing. And it's so funny how this just got released right when they released the $20 minimum wage, because what's going to happen is they're going to release $20 minimum wage. They did that on purpose. In California, they released $20 minimum wage starting April 1st. And they did that on purpose because this is going to drive a lot of businesses to cut hours and to move out of state, which is what they want to do, and force a lot of businesses to change up their whole operations, on their whole hiring operations and labor operations, and transition over to AI because it's cheaper to get AI. They want to make it enticing to get AI. You got to keep that in mind. So by them doing this $20 minimum wage, over a course of time, you're going to see food go up. You're going to see people cut their hours shorter. And then they're going to have to do more duties. And eventually, these employers are not going to want to pay this. So they're going to fire people. And then once they bring in the AI, then they're going to be able to have a reason to have AI. Well, I don't want to pay this fat ass bitch who eats all my fucking McNuggets and fries $20 an hour. Plus, I got to fucking lose money on the nuggets and fries her fat ass is eating and taking to her fucking bastard ass kid. I don't want to do that. I'm going to hire AI. So what they do is they hire AI, and then these people get fired and laid off, and when they have no job and they don't have no money, they're going to want to go shoplift. But by that time, when they do that, they're going to have the AI shoplifter thing. So your ass don't have no money from working at that job no more because you got laid the fuck off. Don't think you're going to go steal because we're going to have the AI. So it's like, that's why they don't have the AI shit right now. They have it set up, but they have to release it at a certain astrological time and date so they can maximize the energy. So this is all I really got to say for you guys. Like, they got to switch up the system real quick. This is why I say be a breatharian, because when you're a breatharian, all these people talk about, oh, you got to run to the woods and I want to escape the matrix. Be a breatharian. You can escape the matrix while being in the matrix. Breatharianism is the only fucking way you can escape the matrix while being in the matrix. Breatharian, because you don't need anything when you're a breatharian. And then once they have everybody on VR and in the fucking house, you'll be the only ones who will be able to go outside because you're a breatharian. You see what I'm saying? Because breatharians like to be outside, like to go out and do shit. And then by that time, our bodies should be on a higher wavelength. Like, I'm talking about decades down the line. Our bodies should be on a higher wavelength where we won't even be affected by any of the poisons they put in the air. Because this shit gets deep. I heard somewhere it gets to the point where you don't even need to breathe no more. So like you said, they're going to be poison in the air. There's a breatharian stage where you don't even need to breathe no more, but that's down the line. So by the time that they put shit in the sky, you're going to start seeing breatharians where they're not even going to need to breathe. So even that shit they put in the sky ain't even going to fucking help. So I said breatharians going to be the only way to get rid of this. I'm going to be speaking about, because this is how you escape the system, is become breatharian. And start now. If you're 20, if you're 30, if you're 40, even if you're 50, start now. It'll take you about 5 years, 2 to 5 years to get to liquidarian. Then from liquidarian, some people it can take less than that. It can take months or days, depending on who you are. But on average, it takes about 10 years to be a full breatharian, they say. But before breatharian, you go into liquidarian and you start doing this. Me, I've been doing this process since 2016, I would say, but I half-assed it. So I was doing it not too much because I was going to the chiropractor, which that was part of it, because that was like a replacement for, not a replacement, but I was doing that before yoga. I was doing that before yoga. So and I was going like once every other week. And I felt changes, but they were very subtle. Once I got to doing the yoga, which was 2021, that's when everything took off. So I've been on this path for about 3 years, over 3 years. And I'm already on liquidarian. Like, I transitioned to liquidarian. Like right now I'm on day 5 of my fast, or I'm going on day 5. When I end this fast, I'm gonna, you can get your raggedy ass shit from my motherfucking car, bitch. What the fuck you looking at, man? I swear people are retarded. But you guys see what I'm saying, guys. You guys gotta know what the fuck's going on.